Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing another action figure. This is the Sasuke Uchiha S.H.Figuarts, the Kid Sasuke from Part 1, Ninja Prodigy of the Uchiha Clan Bloodline. These these figures tend to have that super long second title. I'm gonna be upfront, just like the other figure. This is probably the worst Naruto S.H.Figuarts. Not saying that it's a bad figure. Far from that. It's very decent. Just the bar is very low for this figure compared to the other ones. Um, I've been saying, all the Naruto figures are fantastic, including this one. This figure is not bad by any means. It's a very solid release. It's just compared uh, to the other figures in the line, is just me personally. I don't really like this figure that much. I don't really find myself posing it very much. The figure that I have really posed a lot in my collection, I would say, would have to be the Teenage Naruto. That's probably not my favorite figure in my collection, but it's probably the one that moves the best, in my opinion. And I don't have such a big S.H.Figuarts collection. It's probably, I'm not exactly sure actually. Maybe 20 figures. I'll get that number for you guys right now, but just compared to my other figures, and especially the ones that in the Naruto line, this figure is just not. It's just not as good, which is kind of a bummer because I really love this version of Sasuke, the version before he went all evil. But I'll get to that later in the video. I'll talk about why that is and all the problems that I've had with this figure the past 9 months. 9 months? Yeah, it's been 9 months. But first, of course, let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So this is standard for the Naruto S.H.Figuarts packaging. It's got a picture of the figure with that calligraphy line art layover. It's got a big window in the front with the name of the figure and the title with the calligraphy pen style. In Japanese characters, it's got the Tamashii Nation's quality seal, so it's authentic, of course, with all the logos on the bottom. It's got a picture of the figure here on the side with the name and the title of the figure, Sasuke Uchiha, Ninja Prodigy of the Uchiha Clan Bloodline. And then it's got a bunch of sample poses on the back. Same deal on the side here, and then on the bottom as well. Pretty standard. All the Naruto figures come in this kind of packaging. So this is the last figure that I'm reviewing for the Naruto line, at least until the new Naruto comes out. That one should be coming out next month. And I do have that one pre-ordered on AmiAmi, so I should be getting it relatively soon. But I'll talk about that right now. All my pre-orders and stuff, what you guys can expect. Because this is pretty much it for the Naruto figures I have right now. But first off, let's go ahead and take a look at the sculpt and everything. But first, really quick, I wanted to ask you guys the question of the day. Which version of Sasuke do you like the best? And I mean that like his design. So going into the sculpt, and talking about that a little bit, this version of Sasuke is based on before he went completely evil. So there's a couple different designs for Sasuke. There's this one, and the one that black jumpsuit that he wore during the Chunin exams, and then his design at the end of part 1. And then he has like 2 different designs in Shippuden. For me personally, I really love the design he ends up with towards the end of Shippuden. I'd say like during the fourth Great Ninja War. I love that design. Like I said in my review for that figure, that he has my favorite design in the series. So let me know what you guys think is your favorite Sasuke design. And I wanted to segue into this. So Sasuke does have two different designs as opposed to Naruto in part one. He has this version which he usually this is the outfit he wears, the entirety of the series. And then during the final valley, uh, he has his armbands removed as well as his headband. I'm not exactly sure which version of Sasuke I would have preferred, this one or the other one. But I think this one is pretty standard, and it's also really classic. So I think I would have preferred this one. I'll talk about the accessories a little bit more because there's something I wanted to note, a little something that I forgot. But yeah, the sculpt for this figure is pretty great. It definitely looks like Sasuke. He looks a little younger, of course. A little bit more hopeful. um, but yeah, the sculpt and everything, it looks pretty great. And one of the problems that I had with uh, it was just a little nitpick with the teenage Sasuke. The Uchiha clan symbol on the back was very muted, and it had very dark colors. Um, they kind of um, they did a different way of doing that for this figure. So they did do brighter red and white. So I like that a lot. That looks really great on the back of his shirt here. And then the arms here are one entire molded piece, and then they just painted the armbands. Really great detailing on here on the wraps too for his legs. Yeah, they're the sculpt and paint and everything is really great. It's got some metallic paint here on the buckles for his armbands, and then of course here on the headband. And then the printing for the faces is also really well done. Like I said, these figures, they do a really good job at replicating the likeness of the character. Oh, and then I wanted to talk about the hair. I feel like the hair for this figure definitely looks a lot better than the hair for the teenage Sasuke. This one kind of sticks out to the back a little bit more, which I like the look of. And then his hair is parted in the middle. His he becomes a little bit edgier towards the end of Naruto. But yeah, I like this design for Sasuke. And they did a really good job replicating that look. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a 10 out of 10 for the sculpt and everything. Just a little problem that I have. I'll go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10. So it doesn't scale exactly well with the other figures. He's almost as tall as the teenage Sasuke, so it kind of makes it feel like, did he not grow at all during the 2 years he spent with Orochimaru? So that's my only problem. So yeah, I'm gonna have to bump it down to 9 out of 10, but it's still a really good sculpt and everything. Paint looks great. I don't have any problems with that. So moving on to the accessories, this figure does come with quite a lot, which I do appreciate. I think I'm not exactly sure how much this figure would be right now, but I got him off of Big Bad Toy Store for like around $70. I think that was the retail price. And the accessories and everything do reflect that. He does come out of the package, which with this neutral faceplate, and then the two fist hands, of course. And then in total, I haven't counted them, but he does come with 5 faceplates in total. Bear with me here. Not exactly sure how many hands he comes with. Forgot to count before. He comes with a. Oh yeah. So he comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different pairs of hands, and then one separate option for his right. And then he comes with 2 effect pieces, actually. A Demon Wind Shuriken, and then a stand for one of the effect pieces. And I'll show you guys right now, because that's probably the coolest part of this figure. But I wanted to take note of this just really quick before I take a look at the accessories for you guys. I forgot to go over this piece for the Orochimaru figure review that I did a little while back. He did come with this serpent head for Sasuke, where he has the curse mark like enveloping his head. So this accessory does not come with this figure. I repeat, it does not come with this figure. It comes with the Orochimaru S.H.Figuarts. And I totally forgot to include that in that video. So yeah, don't expect this extra head to come with this Sasuke figure. It comes with the Orochimaru S.H.Figuarts. But just going over it really quick, it's a really good inclusion. If you want to have that option where he has the curse mark and everything, the printing looks really great. But that's about it for that. So moving on to the face plates. He does come with that neutral face that I showed you guys right now. He comes with a smirking face. He comes with a face with his Sharingan activated, and I like this little detail. The Sharingan only has 2 tomoe, so those little circles around the pupil. You can't probably not see it very well, but yeah, there's only 2 tomoe, so I thought that was a really good detail, and they're printed very well. You can see it up close in real life, so that's a really great detail. I like that a lot. And then he comes with a face to make it look like he's blowing his fireball jutsu. And then I wasn't expecting this, but he does come with a goofy face, so that's really fun. But including the head, I guess he does come with 6 different options for his face. I would have liked just a little bit more because just with this figure alone, he only comes with 5 faceplates, and that's the exact same amount of faceplates that the Kid Naruto comes with. And that one was $35. This one was close to $70, I believe so. But I think the money went to the other things in the accessories. So he does have the 2 fist hands coming out of the package. He does come with 2 gripping hands. And then he comes with 2 like it's supposed to be like a come at me pose like that. So that looks really good. 2 karate chopping hands. Could just say that. 2 hands for holding kunai. And then a pair of sculpted hands, like pressed together to form the chakra for the fireball jutsu. I think it's a fireball jutsu. And then he comes with 2 hands for holding the demon wind shuriken. And then a separate right hand for blowing the fireball jutsu. And then moving on to the 3, or actually 4 other accessories. He does come with a kunai, and just like the Kid Naruto, you peg this in right here. I think this is one of the hands, yeah. And then just be careful with this tiny piece. Works just fine. Perfect. I love that decision for the kunai, because the one for the teenage Naruto, the kunai is one entire sculpted piece, like it doesn't come apart at the end, and it kind of warps the plastic when you're trying to insert it into the hand, and it's really difficult. So I like that change that they did. And then he does come with 2 effect pieces. He comes with the Chidori, which is beautifully sculpted actually. Like the lightning is erratic, and it's just a really good sculpt for the Chidori. I think this is my favorite part of the figure. This looks really great. It looks really great, but it doesn't work great. I think I can show you guys that right now. And then he does come with a fireball jutsu effect, which looks really well done. It's got a really great sculpt with some paint. And then it does come with a stand for that. So there's a hole on the bottom here. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then it just pegs into the ball peg on top of the stand. Just like that, no problem. And then you can sort of move it around if you want. But yeah, that's a really good addition. And then he comes with Demon Wind Shuriken. So I think, let me try to find the hand. It goes like this. I'm not exactly sure how the shuriken is supposed to go in, because I never actually like messed around with this part. I think it goes like this. It should go like that. So that's a really cool accessory piece for this figure. But yeah, those are the accessories. I'll show you guys how the Chidori is supposed to work. I had an insane amount of trouble trying to get that piece to stay into the hand. So I did use blue tack. I ended up having to use blue tack. This one is a bit different from the Chidori that the teenage Sasuke uses. So it doesn't peg into the ball peg. It's like a sculpted insert for the hand here. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's supposed to peg into like this entire piece, including the armband. And it's kind of difficult to line up. I don't know. I always had such a hard time with this thing. Yeah, it's pretty difficult. I think there is a hole for the ball peg, but it's just way too tiny. Yeah, I can never get this thing to stay into the. I think it's supposed to. Yeah, it's just that's the first problem that I have with this figure. The Chidori just does not want to stay. But for what it's worth, like everything is really well done. I love everything in the accessories here. But yeah, the accessories are really well done. I don't think there's anything that I really would have been looking for extra. Maybe a couple other faceplates, considering that this figure is a bit more pricey than other figures. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and give the accessories an 8 out of 10. Just it's bumped down because of this. That's really frustrating. I had such a hard time trying to get that thing to work on the figure. But yeah, that's the accessories. So moving on to the articulation, this is where the figure does fail just a little bit. The articulation, I would say, is average. I feel like they did put most of the effort in this figure into the accessories, which I do appreciate. If you could get it to move, a good amount. So I guess we could start with the head. He does move up the head a pretty far amount, so that's really great. And then moving down, it looks pretty good too. It's just this piece here I forgot to mention is floating. I don't know if I would have liked it to be molded to the shirt piece or not. I'm kind of conflicted on this piece. There's no gapping. It's just it kind of gets in the way. And I don't want to really showcase for you guys because it's kind of obnoxious. But I really do not like how they did the faceplate like insertion for this figure, because you can like the hair isn't removable like the teenage Sasuke. It's just the faceplate that's removable, and because of this collar piece, it's constantly getting stuck between the head and this collar piece, and it's so obnoxious. I feel like they they definitely could have found a better way to work around that. So that's my first problem with this figure, like in the articulation and everything. But the head actually does move pretty well. It's just if you move it a little bit too much, the faceplate does it does start to fall out of place. But then moving on to the arms, this version of Sasuke does not have butterfly joints, I believe. They only move inwards about that much, which I guess is fine since this version doesn't use a sword. They do go back a pretty far amount, and then the shoulder pieces, I think they're the same as the Kid Naruto. These are also a little finicky to work with. You can see that there's this piece on the ends here kind of sticking out, like bulging out the pieces of the shoulders there, which looks, it's just my little nitpick. It doesn't look bad from the front because you're not going to see from the side. But if you have it on a side pose like this, there is some really, it gets to me. It's like an itch that I want to scratch on the figure just to get rid of it. But I don't know. That's the only way I could put it. It kind of bothers me. It really bothers me, actually. But yeah, moving on to the well, continuing on with the arms, they do move up about that high, which is really great, actually. So there's no problem there. If you want to get them into some poses, the arms work fine. By the way, they're a little obnoxious to work around. Not as bad as the Naruto figure, because I know I had a bit of trouble trying to work around the arms on that one. But then keeping it going, he does have a bit of a tight bicep swivel here because of this sleeve. I feel like the teenage Sasuke did it much better. I don't know why they did such a different sculpt, considering he's wearing, almost the exact same thing pretty much here for the arms. And then he does have a double jointed elbow that works. It works fine, but it doesn't look especially good. It does look kind of ugly. But yeah, the arms, they work just fine. But you can see that there is a bit of gapping. You can see all the insides of the arm and everything. But it does go in a fair amount. And then there is a ball hinge that goes up about that much and then down about that much with 360 swivel. And that goes for both arms. Now here's probably my least favorite part of the figure, the torso articulation. So I have it standing up just fine like that, right? He only goes forward about that much. That is, like, that's kind of unacceptable for a figure like this. He does have waist movement, but like that's waist movement. That's not torso articulation, Every figure should have that kind of torso or that kind of waist articulation. Like for the torso, that's as far as you're gonna get him forward, that's not good at all. And it's not any better going back. I don't exactly know why they went with such a different design for this figure. They could have just done this into 3 different parts. I don't know. I honestly don't. I'm not an action figure engineer. I don't know what they could have done to make this better for the articulation, but it's really awful. And you do get the torso articulation swivel just a little bit better. And then of course you get just a little bit here at the waist. And then side to side, not very much at all. So the articulation on the torso is honestly not very great. It's a bit of a bummer that it's not as good as it should be. But moving on to to the legs and the lower half and everything. This is on a ball pick, so you can move it around and around like this. Here on the these pieces for the shorts are floating pieces. I don't know if this is the best way they could have done this. I really do like the way they did the legs on the Luffy figure. So I know some people have problems with that figure, that the legs are super floppy and everything, but I've had it since September and I haven't had that problem. There is a little bit of gapping on the way they did the shorts for the Luffy figure. Um, but they made both of the leg pieces like one entire piece. For this one, they decided to make it floating for some reason. But just looking at the leg articulation, he does kick up about that high, which is pretty great actually. And he does have the sculpted butt cheeks, but it's not as bad as the other characters. He can move his legs pretty far back. And then, like I said, this piece is floating. But you do get pretty good bicep swivel, and then just the same for the other leg. You do have to move the other leg out of the way, because this ninja tool pouch is sculpted onto this floating piece, and then you do get pretty good splits for this figure. I forgot to note that on the on the whatchamacallit, on the teenage, no, not the kid Naruto, but I'm pretty sure that one's pretty good too for the splits. So that's pretty good. The legs, they work just fine actually. It's just the feet. The feet are super duper loose. Like I don't understand why they're so loose. Like I barely touch it and it moves back and forth just no problem. That's why you can tell that I've been having a bit of a problem trying to get this guy to stand up, because his feet are so loose for some reason, and then they are prone to falling off pretty easily. But yeah, kicking his leg back up, he does get his leg going back that much, which is pretty great considering he has shorts. I don't know why they did such a bad job on the Luffy figure for this part. But yeah, the legs work just fine. And then I don't think he does not have any movement here on the bottom. But then of course the feet articulation is really good, and so he's got a really good ankle rocker. The foot goes up about that high and then down. See, there it goes. Super loose, and then they fall off super easily. They go down about that much with your basic toe hinge. But yeah, that's about it for the articulation. Not the greatest. I'm gonna be completely honest. They could have done so much better. Like they just did super stupid decisions, like for the torso, of course. I just know they could have done such a better job on the articulation. It's just kind of subpar, especially for the price range. I know they most definitely got put all the money into the accessories, which is a bit of a bummer. But yeah, that's it for the articulation. It's honestly not that great. I think I'm gonna have to give it a 6 out of 10. Just considering the price and everything. So that was my review on the Sasuke Uchiha Ninja Prodigy of the Uchiha Clan Bloodline S.H.Figuarts. And I've got to say, I'm not too happy with the way this figure came out. You can see that the figure looks pretty fantastic once you get him into a good pose with the Chidori, inserted correctly. I had to use blue tack because, I looked up videos of people reviewing this figure, and they didn't even mention the problem that I have with the Chidori. So I think it's I'm pretty sure it's just mine, which is kind of a bummer, but that's what blue tack is for. But yeah, the figure it's a decent release, but it doesn't live up to the expectations set by the other figures, which is it's a big bummer, because this figure could be super great. It's just the articulation really bogs it down, and then the QC issues and stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like they really could have done justice for this character. But I don't know. I honestly don't know what happened. This doesn't ruin the line for me, by the way. I'm still super excited for what's coming for this line, because I know like I can say with confidence that this line is Tamashi's best line right now. I have all the Naruto S.H.Figuarts releases, and they're all very, very great releases. It's just, there's just one hiccup, You're always going to have something like that in an action figure line, especially when they're just learning. They have learned already, because they tried to start this line, I think, like twice before they really got it going. But they're still learning. The people making these figures, they're humans. They're not robots, But yeah, I guess I can let this one pass. It's not such a bad release like the Guts or the Zoro figure. You can still get it into pretty cool poses. You can see here I got it into that pose. That one scene in part 1 has stuck with me since I saw it when Naruto and not Naruto, Sasuke and Itachi confront each other for the first time, and he kind of pulls that collar. That's a really cool pose. So I was able to get him into that with the options they had for the hands, and it looks really great. Just looking at it like this with the Chidori and the faceplate and everything. But yeah, aside from that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7 out of 10. I feel like the Naruto figure is a little bit better than this one. They both have a lot of different problems. It's just this one has a few more than the Naruto one. But yeah, that was my review on this guy. Question of the day: which is your favorite design for Sasuke? I think mine will definitely have to be the one that he ends up with during the 4th Great Ninja War. I love Sasuke. I'm a Sasuke fanboy. He's my favorite character in the series. So yeah, that's it for this video. I think later on this week, I still have 2 different figures that I have left to review. I have the Katana Man and the Power Chainsaw Man S.H.Figuarts. So look out for those. I have a lot of good stuff to say about both of them. They're very solid releases. I hope Tamashi Nations keeps going with the Chainsaw Man S.H.Figuarts line. But that's gonna be it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.